Alright, so today is going to be part 2 of us thinking our house is haunted. So they're going to be my stories, my experiences. I'm only going to tell a few because I have a lot. So it'll be a very long video. So, okay, the first story is whenever I used to go to bed, I'd have my headphones in just because I couldn't go to sleep early. And I just want to listen to music, so I'd listen to music for a while. And so one night I was taking out my headphones and I was about to go to bed, and then I just hear a really long scratch down the wall, and it was just terrifying. Like, it sounded like, that's the last part, that's what it sounded like. Okay, it just sounded like down the whole wall, and I don't know why. And it was like super late. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so no one else would be doing that. And my room is right next to the garage, so there's no one who would do that. And also with the garage, so I knew what it sounded like when people talked to my garage, because my parents used to go in there, like, get stuff out of the garage, and I know what they sounded like when they were talking in the garage. And for so long, and I still hear it now, I'll just hear people talking in the garage, and we don't have a TV in there or anything, so it just doesn't make sense of why I would hear people talking. So it's ghosts. So it's terrifying, but I'm kind of like used to it, so it's like it's fine. So then another one is the scariest one. Honestly, okay, so I have my little notes. That's why I keep looking. So honestly, the scariest story is one. Okay, so you know when everyone's like, oh, a deer in the headlights, because like you're so scared you can't move, I'm always like, why would you not move? That's so dumb. And I experienced that in this story, so I was so scared. So I was getting up in the morning. I was always like the first one getting up because I had to get ready for school, and everyone else got ready after me. I always woke up at like a weird time. I don't know why I woke up so early. Anyway, so I was up, I was like making toast, and in my house we have the kitchen, and then you like look over and it's just like our door is just like glass, so you can see the reflection of the living room. So my mom had these 2 chairs set up by like a coffee table, so you could see through the glass, see it like a reflection on the glass of the 2 chairs. So I kept looking over there because I kept like getting scared, because that's just like scary. So then I looked one time, and then I just saw somebody sitting there staring at me, just sitting there staring at me, and I like froze, and I like didn't know what to do. And that's like the most scared I've ever been, like seeing something. That was terrifying. So I just like, I didn't know what to do, so I just like finally moved, and I just like ran to my room, and I did not come out until everyone else was out. Everyone else got up, because I was scared. It's terrifying. So then another story of seeing people in reflections is I'm still scared of my parents' room. I will not go in there because it's terrifying. So those cabinets where it has a mirror on it, and then you like can open it, and it's like a cabinet in it, the mirror on top. So like you open it and you close it. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm bad at explaining. So I went in their room to get like a Q-tip or something. It was just me and my 2 sisters home. So I went in there to get a Q-tip out of the cabinet. So I opened the cabinet, and then when I went to close it, I saw somebody standing behind me, and all I remember is there's a guy in a blue shirt. I don't know why, blue shirt, but he was standing behind me, and I got terrified. So I like looked behind me, and like there was no one there. So I was just like, okay. So then I ran out, and I was just like, hey, like, why? Were one of you guys in the room? And they're like, no, we've been out here the whole time. I was like, okay. So I was just like, that was terrifying. And still, to this day, I will not go in their room. I mean, I will if I have to, but like, I'm terrified of going in there. So then, okay, so this one was at the time of like when The Conjuring came out. My stepsister never ever watched scary movies because she was scared of watching them. So I was like, okay. So this was the time when The Conjuring came out. It was still in the theaters. And it reminded me of the part of the little girl when she's saying that the room stinks, and then there's somebody standing behind her, by the door. So it was in the morning. We woke up to get ready for school, and I So our beds were like, my bed was over here, hers was like on the opposite side of the room, like facing the door kind of. So she got up and she looked in the corner of the room and she's like started freaking out, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? Because like our lights were still off. So I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, there's someone standing in the corner of the room. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like started crying, and she was like, there's someone in the corner of the room and they're looking at me. And I was like, whoa, what are you talking about, dude? And she was like, now they're looking at you. And she was like, please turn on the light. I was like, I don't know. I'm too scared to walk over there. And she's like, please just like turn on the light. So I got up and I turned on the light, and then she was fine. And she was like, oh, I don't know what that was. And I was just like, okay, like that was weird. And then she was fine. That was weird. It just reminded me of The Conjuring when she was saying that there was somebody standing behind her. I don't know. But yeah, so that was scary. But I haven't had anything like that. I've never seen anything in my room before. But recently, me and my sister have been watching the BuzzFeed Supernatural things. I don't know what they're called. We've been watching those a lot recently because they're interesting and funny. So then we've been watching them a lot recently. So for some reason, I've been like really scared in my room. I'd like wake up in the middle of the night and just be like terrified to like look around my room. I wasn't having a nightmare or anything. I was just like terrified. I don't know why. Like I still don't know why, but I was just like, dude, somebody is in my room. But I don't know why I thought that. I just woke up thinking like I can't move and I can't look around my room or something's gonna be looking at me. I don't know why I felt that. It was weird. I haven't felt like that in a while, but it was just like that like random week where I felt like that all the time. And during that week, I randomly woke up in the middle of the night and I heard like poof, 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 and I was just like, dude, why is somebody lighting fireworks off right now? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And the more that I like woke up, I was like, dude, that wasn't fireworks. And I was like, that was right outside my window. And I don't know why, but it was just sounded like kind of like knocking on my window or something. And I still don't know what it was. I mean, I don't know what it was, but it was really scary. And I was just like way too scared to look out my window. So I went and I just closed the curtain super fast because I was terrified. I was like, I do not want to see what's out there if anything is out there. But yeah. And then there is, at my dad's house when I was really, like, not really young, but like younger, I was laying in my bed and that house was weird. So I was laying in my bed and I felt like I was woken up by somebody pulling on my legs. Like they pulled me like down the like bed a little bit, because I remember like I was like sitting there and I randomly just like and I was like falling off of my bed, and I felt something on like holding my ankles. When I tell people that, they don't believe me. They're like, oh, you're probably just dreaming and fell. And I was like, no, like I felt something holding my ankles when I woke up, and then it just stopped and I just got really scared and I just covered my ankles and I went back to bed because like it was really early in the morning. What else am I gonna do? So yeah, that was terrifying. And then people talk about seeing shadow people, and I think that sounds kind of weird until like I experienced it. So I think it was Valentine's Day like 4 years ago, me and my friend, we were at the park, and where this park was, it was very like gloomy that day, and it's very like out far, like it's a huge park with like a bunch of different baseball fields. So we were in like the back area, and we were walking over to like the playground because we were just walking around, and so we were walking, and then someone goes and sits on the swing and starts swinging, but they're just like, it looks like they're all in black. He just has a hood on, and he's just sitting there like swinging, and I am just like, that looks weird. So then I'm just like, maybe we shouldn't go over there. So then we just kept walking, but then it got up and it started walking towards us like really, really fast. And I was like, Matt, like, hey, we need to get out of here. So I turn around and we just start running. And then it's not that like I was like turned away for a long time. I like turned right back to see like where it was, and it was just gone. And it's not like it could just go behind something because it was a very open area. You'd have to like go like really far up a hill by this library to be behind something, and then it was just gone. And I don't know what it was, because it didn't look like a person. It was just like, I don't know, that was like a hooded, it was weird, and I still don't understand, but you know. So that's not about the house, but like that's just experiences, because I think that we're just haunted, like something's following us, because it happens at like houses. And this house we're living at right now is just creepy, so our house is haunted, or we're haunted, I don't know. But yeah, so those are a few stories that I'm gonna share right now. There are a lot more, but that would be a long video if I was gonna tell all of them. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and yeah.